What's going on, guys? So I did my box office breakdown for last week, and I started editing the video, and I was like, man, I just ain't feeling it. I sound like I actually don't give a fuck in this video. So I was like, I'm gonna give it another weekend because Sonic's coming out, and maybe it'll be a little more entertaining. And boy, the box office did not disappoint this weekend. So we got Sonic the Hedgehog 3, which I haven't seen yet. I'm going to go see that tonight, so don't worry about it, guys. Don't worry, I'll have my review on it later this week. It will be Christmas. I know some of you will want to avoid your family, so this will give you a nice little, at least a little breather while you're doing that. But I want to talk about the box office because it has been the most insane thing I've seen in a while. So here we have that Park Place saying Sonic 3 destroys Disney and Mufasa in domestic opening weekend, but there's a little bit of nuance that needs to be talked about here. Just a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up the numbers for the week, or I should say for December. Let me clarify that. And we've got Sonic the Hedgehog here with a domestic release weekend of $60 million, which is actually pretty damn good. It's not fantastic. It's not going to be the billion-dollar box office success, but $60 million isn't that bad. But coming up with half of that is Mufasa the Lion King. That's right, Disney takes another giant L to Sonic the Hedgehog. Now we do have Wicked here with a 384 million domestic box office, which is honestly better than I thought it was going to do. So it does look like it's going to make its money back. Oh well, just barely. Not fantastic. But Moana 2. Moana 2, the movie that people aren't talking about, that people just quietly went to go and see. 359 million domestic. But that's not where it ends with Moana. With an international box office 431 million, coming at a nearly $800 million. The movie nobody is talking about, that everybody just quietly went to go see, is Moana 2. Which is kind of strange because I haven't heard anybody talk about it. I haven't seen any hype for it. I haven't seen any of the huge marketing for it. So that one kind of snuck up on everybody here. But the thing I really want to talk about, because I made videos on how woke this Lord of the Rings, the whole Amazon put a woman in it, make her lame and gay. I know that's technically Disney, but Amazon's doing the same thing. Comes in at a whopping 7.3 million in domestic box office. And the international isn't any better, earning it a total of $15.2 million. We are watching all these companies do the same thing they've done for years and set record lows in the box office. And let's not pretend like anybody actually likes the Amazon Rings of Power garbage. We already know that's a complete L for them. They're losing their ass on it, and they're still going forward with it to the point where they edited reviews. They removed people's negative reviews. Even if they were appropriate, Amazon was just like, nope, no negative reviews on our stuff. Because Amazon is a shitty company. Let's be completely honest about that. But of course, Kraven the Hunter comes out with 17.3 million over 2 weeks now, and it's an absolute failure. Again, people aren't going to see superhero movies because these companies have destroyed superheroes. They're not just burnt out on superheroes. People want to go see superhero movies. They just don't want to see this woke superhero garbage or even supervillains. People like when the villains are bad and the heroes are good. They don't want to see this. Well, we've incorporated things that make him more likable and more able to connect with audiences because he's not really the bad guy. He's just misunderstood. The same thing I said in my Superman trailer review. I'm sick of these relatable villains. Villains are villains for a reason. I don't care what it is. They are just bad, and they're bad because they're bad. Making Lex Luthor somehow be the not so bad guy doesn't make me want to go see the movie. And of course, Gladiator 2, I'm not even going to touch that. Again, Denzel acted his ass off, did his part fantastic, but everything else in that movie was terrible. But I think that pretty much sums up everything for the movies that have come out over the last couple of weeks. And I've got to say, the only thing I'm actually excited for is Sonic the Hedgehog 3. But I would love to hear your guys' thoughts in the comments.